Today I want to discuss 3 things for increasing your stability and feel more comfortable on spar work. I had somebody comment on one of the previous climbing videos about feeling more comfortable on leaners, having a problem, getting good work positioning. So what I'm going to show you today and talk about could help you with that, but it could also help you with any spar situation. So the first thing I want to say is, a while back ago, I watched a video from Lawrence Schultz, for those of you who are familiar with his content, where he talked about triple tie-in while rigging down bigger wood. So it kind of got me thinking, and I started experimenting with it in different situations. And I'm not saying that you need to be tied in 3 times, but I also am not opposed to a climber doing what they need to do to feel more comfortable. So I think that it could have its place in certain situations. I'm a big advocate of people finding their own unique climbing style, doing what works for them. So essentially, the way I've been experimenting with it, I'm going to show you what I personally have done. So, in a lot of situations when rigging down a spar, you're tied in with your lanyard, and then you just cinch the climbing line around the trunk as a backup, or if you need to bail out real quick, or if you accidentally cut your lanyard. So it looks something like this. But the line is not supporting your weight, your lanyard is. So the triple tie-in to feel more secure, what you're gonna do is take your climb line and you're gonna cinch it just like you normally would, whether you use a carabiner or not. But then you're gonna push it towards the opposite side of the tree, like so. And then you're gonna tighten up. And then you're gonna take either another climb line or a lanyard and do the exact same thing in the opposite direction. The reason this works is because you've got your weight supported on this side and on this side. So much so that I can take my lanyard off and I'm still perfectly secure. Obviously I use my lanyard, but there's much more security . And the purpose of me showing you this is not because I think that you need to be tied in 3 times, but that if somebody is struggling to feel more comfortable, I think that you should do whatever you can to feel comfortable to be able to get the job done safely. And if something like this works for you, why not? Now I want you guys to pay attention here to how I have this set up, because when you tighten up and lean against it, you want to make sure that the carabiner is not, say, going in line with the climbing line, but you're pulling against it like that. All right, so I hope this gives you guys something to think about. But there's also 2 other things I want to talk about. Some tips for getting more comfortable. The first and foremost is practice and repetition. Now, when I first started climbing, I was climbing multiple times a week, sometimes every day, as often as I could, to just practice my skills, get more comfortable with my gear. And if you work in tree service, climb outside of your job, because when you're climbing outside of a job, you don't have that pressure of having to actually get a job done, having the ground crew waiting for you. You can take all the time in the world to just practice your skills. You know, come home from work, go for a climb. Get up early, go for a climb. And just keep practicing. The other tip is, say you're chunking down a spar. If you got a tree nearby that is close enough that you could get a nice solid tie-in point in to tie into while you're chunking down the spar, go for it. Not only could that improve safety, but it could also improve your comfortability and work positioning. So I hope that some of the things that I talked about today can help some of you. And I know some people might look at this and be like, okay, you know, you can appreciate safety, but three tie-in points is a little over the top. I don't think so. I think it depends on the person, and I'm a real advocate of finding your own climbing style and doing what you feel you need to do in order to get the job done safely. This is one particular situation. I'm not saying do this every time you're gonna make a cut. This video is specific to spar work. And like I said, you know, check out Lawrence Schultz's video. His was focused on rigging down big wood, but you know, I watched it and then I decided to start experimenting with it in different applications to see how it might work. Appreciate y'all watching. Stay safe. I'll see y'all next time.